I'm standing directly underneath the Mersey Gateway Bridge, or at least part of it on the side of Runcorn. The bridge itself opened in 2017, and whilst under construction, massive swaths of this area were cleared of vegetation. This used to be a heavily wooded space, and upon completion was just left to its own devices. And here's how that was a massive W for wildlife. It has allowed for the natural regeneration of native species in this area. Despite the soil here being not very nutritious and very compact, life has been able to flourish. Not only is this space amazingly bountiful in a diversity of wildflowers, but obviously the insects that rely on them too, including this little grasshopper over here, and our friends the bees. But by far my favorite part of this section is the regeneration of trees like these aspen. They're actually quite rare around the UK in large droves, but in spaces like this, they're able to take over. In around 8 years, all these trees have sprouted up from nothing. The aspen, the willow, the birches, they've all come about all on their own without human help. This form of rewilding a space is known as passive rewilding, and it happens when you just let nature do its own thing and regenerate the landscape. One of the best parts of passive rewilding is that it costs absolutely nothing to do. It is truly an awesome thing that can take place pretty much anywhere, especially in these denuded landscapes of our uplands, which are in dire need of more biodiversity in its plant life. That being said, the only reason passive rewilding is able to take place over here is because there are no large herbivores to overgraze the space, which definitely isn't the case in most places around the UK. We have an overabundance of deer and no predators to keep them on the move. So although that area is flourishing right now, in the future it's not going to be so great. We need wild herbivores to keep that mosaic of different vegetation communities alive. But you would also need predators to keep the herbivores in check, so they don't overgraze and denude the landscape further. But that's a topic for an entirely different video. This video is more about showcasing the amazing power of passive rewilding and how much better it is than manual tree planting, which often ends up with way too much plastic in the environment and at a massive expense. Like, I commend the sentiment, but why do they even have them? There's no deer here. Nature does everything better, folks. It's just fact.